What's up, everybody? I'm the homeschool dad, and today I'm giving you a tip on sleep for your homeschool kids. All right, look, sleep is very, very important, as you already know. It's very, very important for them playing and doing their homeschool work, brain function. You want to make sure that they get enough sleep. Now, you can give them the smoothies, and you can give them the proper foods and everything. You get them everything, all the vitamins and minerals. But I'm gonna tell you something. If that kid don't get enough sleep, it's a wrap. It's just not gonna work. You got to make sure that your kid get sleep. All right. I'm gonna give you a rundown of what me and Zakai do. What I do for him. I have a plan laid out for him of his adequate amount of sleep. It's gonna trip you out because it's gonna trip you out. So peep game. So look. Zakai starts his homeschooling at 10:30, right? I know that I know there's parents out there. It's probably like 10:30. Ain't that too late? No, it's not too late. It's not. I'm gonna tell you why. 10:30, your brain is up. 10:30, your body functions. Everything is moving. Everything's ready to go. There's nothing that's lagging or sleeping, right? If you got enough sleep the night before, right? So check this out. So we start at 10:30, okay? If you start your kid at 10:30, homeschool takes about, let's just say at the most, it takes 4.5 hours, right? So let's start 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, right? 4.5 hours. So let's say he finishes at 3 o'clock, right? He did homeschool for 4.5 hours, right? Now let's count the playtime that he has. Right, because it's very important that kids play. I mean, they love playing, right? They're kids. They're supposed to play, right? All right, so check it out. So from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? He's got 8 hours of playtime, right? 11 o'clock is when he goes to bed. 11 o'clock. Well, when his mom's here, it's probably about 10:30. But for me, it's 11 o'clock, and I'm getting to the reason why. I know you parents out there like, dang, that's late for that kid to be up. No, it's not. Not if you start school at 10:30, right? So check it out, 11. So let's just say that he goes to bed. He falls asleep at 11:30. What we got? 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. At 9:30, right? And he starts at 10:30. At 9:30, he falls asleep at 11:30 at night. He gets a full 10 hours of sleep. 10 hours. So you may think that that's late going to bed, but if you go to bed at 11 o'clock, getting ready, and you fall asleep at 11:30, and you get up at 9:30, that's 10 hours. That's enough sleep for your kid to That's why when he's up, he's up. Like the dude is, his brain function is good. Everything, his motoring and everything is good. And he's an A student. And one of the reasons I really believe that he's an A student is because he does get the adequate amount of sleep. Make sure that your kid gets enough sleep to focus on their homeschooling, okay? I hope that was a good tip for you for, sleep. You kid must get sleep. If you don't get sleep, let's just say, for example, he go to bed at 11 o'clock and he gets up at 6. That's not good, bro. That ain't good. You figure 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's 7 hours, but how long do you think it's going to take him to fall asleep? He probably falls asleep at 11:30. So that's only 6.5 hours of sleep. For a child that's still growing, you want to make sure you get him enough sleep, right? So I don't know what your schedule's like, but that works good with my schedule. It works good with Zakai because getting up a little later it works out so much better. He does better on his tests. He does better on his assignments, his projects. He does better then, and he's just alive. He's not dragging on. You know what I mean? In the morning time, kids don't want to get up, bro. They don't want to get up. He sleep 10 hours, so he actually gets up on his own. It's very seldom that I have to go get him up because he's up. He gets up. He got enough sleep. So I would say that is the number one thing that you want to make sure that you get your child to do, is make sure that your child get enough sleep. Very, very, very important. As you already know, you parents, me, we all go to work, right? So we need to get some sleep. What happens if we don't get sleep and we go to work? Man, we gonna be dragging. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be going slow. The day's gonna be going slow, and you have no energy. You know what I'm saying? So sleep is very important. And for the kids, I can't stress this enough, make sure that they get enough sleep. Now, if there's any parents that go to school, like got their kids in regular school, sleep is still important. Make sure they get enough sleep. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get enough sleep. I see people, they got football practice. Then after that, they have homework. I know, I feel for you. But if that's the case, make sure that you make it up on those weekends. Make sure you sleep in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get that sleep in. All right, guys, look, I gotta go because I gave Zakai a brain break right now. And what that is, and we'll get into the brain break, but real quickly, all it is simply is he just had an assignment that was kind of difficult for him. So I had to go up there and help him. And we figured it out. He figured it out. And he was able to do the assignment. He understood. He was just, he was doing the equation wrong. And he got it, right? So with me being there, he got it. It's done. But you know, that kind of, his brain's like, man, I need a break. I said, I'm gonna give you a brain break. So he had a 15-minute brain break. So my time is up. I gotta get back up there. And I will see you on the next video tip from the Homeschool Dad. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have family members, friends, whatever, tell them about me, right? Because this will definitely help their kid. This will definitely help their kid at homeschooling. Even if you go to school, it will help you. I'm here for you, right? I'm not here just because, bro. I'm here to help you because my son has an opportunity to be homeschooled, and I have an opportunity to homeschool him, and you have an opportunity to pick my brain. I have 30 years of experience with pretty much getting pretty much getting my kids from birth all the way up until preschool and beyond, early learning. Okay, you got 3 decades of experience right here. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of it. You know, like I said, tell your friends. All right, with that, I'm the Homeschool Dad, and I will see you on the next video tip.